So we're going to start in a child's pose. So come to hands and knees at first and situate your knees wide, and then begin to press back. And you can let this be really slow, depending on how awake your body is. You can kind of ease in and out of this to press back to a child's pose. Bring your arms out above your head, letting everything soften here. We will be using a blanket and a strap for practice today if you need to gather either of those things. And then settle in to your child's pose. And just notice as you deepen your breath how your body can connect to this shape, this invitation of softening down towards the earth. Of letting what this month of July has held resonate deep within you. Maybe there's a little more melting as you breathe. Arms can stretch out. Maybe elongation of the spine. See if you can feel the belly pressing into the upper thighs with your inhale and softening with the exhale. And breathing that expansion to the kidneys, so the back body is expanding with the inhale as well. And softening with the exhale. Take 2 more breaths here. Notice if there's a little more softening. Release into this shape. And then inhale, pulling forward to hands and knees, realigning. Spreading the fingers really wide, knees underneath the hips or a little bit wider. Take an inhale here. Exhale, round the spine, gazing towards the belly button. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the motion slide up the spine, belly drops, head lifts. Exhale, rounding back. And then lifting. Moving with your breath. And then beginning to move your ribs around in a big circle. So feeling the different sensations of stretching in each direction. Honoring that we are always changing, always exploring. Moving through time and space. And what this month has held. And then going back the other way, reversing the direction. Coming back to center, curling the toes under and making your way back to a down dog, walking out the dog, bending one knee deeply and then the other, stretching through the backs of the legs. And then sinking back down to tabletop again and releasing to child's pose. See if the child's pose feels a little more easeful now. Softening down. And walk both of your hands over to the right, sinking back through the left hip, opening through the left lung, side body, expansive stretch here. Inviting in that nourishment. And then going back center and then over to the left, sinking back through the right hip, breathing to the right lung, right side body. Appreciating the changes in the insects and the bird calls and the feeling of the day, how the light changes. We come through the summertime and coming back to center here. And then pulling forward, inhale, coming back to tabletop here. And let's extend the right leg. And if you feel balanced, the left arm. So balancing here. And if you'd like to go further, we're going to inhale, lift arm and leg. And gaze, exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, expanding out. Exhaling. Inhale out. Exhaling. 2 more. And expanding out. And let's circle the hand and the foot in just little tiny circles. Feel the core engaging in here. Go back the other way. And then inhale, lifting, and release down, hand and knee to the floor. And let's take some hip circles, moving around from the knees in a big circle, and going back the other way. Right, coming back to tabletop, we'll do the other side. So extending left leg long. See if you can find your balance here and extend right arm. You're also welcome to do this whole thing, both hands on the floor, and just do the leg part. So feel your core engaging here. Inhale, lift the arm and leg. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, out. Expanding, exhale, bringing in the nourishment of this season. Inhale out. Exhale. 2 more. And inhale out. And take little circles with the hand and foot, little balance challenge here. Go back the other way. Awesome. Extending out, inhale, and exhale, hand and knee back down to the floor, and let's take some hip circles. Honoring the cycles of everything. And back the other way. And coming back to tabletop, curl the toes under, press back to your down dog. Bending one knee deeply, and then the other stretching through the backs of the legs. With your next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, pull forward towards the plank, bring your knee towards your nose, and then inhale, lift the leg back up into the sky. Exhale, pulling in. If this is too much, you can drop your knee here and do this from similar to what we were just doing, but just the leg part. We'll do 2 more. And then, that was 3. And then reaching up and then stepping that foot forward, coming to the top of the mat, pivot the back heel to the floor. Let's windmill up for a warrior 2 here. So pulling ribs back as you sink that front knee forward. See if the knee can go over the ankle. And then press down through the outside edge of the back foot. So there's a tendency to drop in on the arch. See if you can really press through the outside edge so you have this outward moving energy through the legs and the arms. Feel your heart expanding from the nourishment of this season. With your next inhale, lifting up, straightening the leg, lifting the arm up to the sky, and then exhale, open back out into warrior 2. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, open out. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, open out. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, come to a reverse warrior, sliding the left arm down the left leg. And then inhale, coming up, and we'll windmill the arms around. Coming to the floor, come onto the ball of the back foot, and we'll drop the knee to the floor, shifting the hips back, straightening or lengthening however much you can through the right leg. And lifting the toes up and dropping the head down towards the right knee. Deep breaths here. And with your next inhale, coming forward, placing the hands, curling the back toes under, and step back to a down dog. Bending alternate knees. With your next inhale, coming forward to the top of your mat to a plank. Feel free to drop your knees if you would like. Holding here 2 breaths. Really puffing up that space in between the shoulder blades. Think of this as heart gratitude for the past. One more inhale. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Elbows in, shoulders back. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, lifting up, head, hands, and heart. So just the strength of the back. Exhale, back down. Press the pubic bone down. Engage the glutes. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale down. This time, pressing the hands into the floor, lifting up for whatever version of cobra, but keep your elbows in and shoulders away from the ears as you press up. You might be really low, and that's great. It's really respecting where your body wants to be today. Take 2 breaths here. Engaging your glutes so you're not crunching the low back. Beautiful. Curl the toes under, press back. You can also go through hands and knees. Do a down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lift left leg to the sky. Exhale, pulling forward, knee towards nose. Inhale, lifting up. Remember, you can do this from hands and knees too if you'd like. Few more. And lifting up and then stepping to the top of the mat. Pivot the right heel to the floor and windmill up for a warrior 2 on this side. So pulling the ribs back, front knee right over the ankle, pressing down through the outside edge of that back foot, expanding out. Strong groundedness here. Inhale, lifting up, arms overhead, straighten through the front leg. Exhale, open out. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, open out. I think I'm in a cloud. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, open out. Take an inhale here. And exhale, drop the back arm, lift the front. And windmilling the arms around, coming to touch down, pivoting onto the knee of the right leg, and then shifting the weight back. Left toes lifting up into the air. Take an inhale, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, bowing. Gratitude to the constant evolution of our lives, to the world around us. One more breath here. And then walking forward, curling the back toes under and pressing back to a down dog. Inhale, pulling forward, plank pose, and from here we're going to climb a mountain. So you can walk slowly, or if you'd like, you can run. Feel that core strong and engaged. And then from here, we're just going to melt the hips forward, float the legs. You can also drop them down if you would like. Into an up dog or a cobra, whatever works best for you. Engage the core, press back. Down dog. Yay. Inhale, look up past your hands. And little baby step by little baby step, walk up to the top of your mat. Bringing in a forward fold. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, coming up to a chair pose. Lift your toes, weight in your heels, standing up. Deep breaths here. One more breath, maybe sink a little lower. And then inhale, standing all the way up. Bring the hands to the hips. And take some big hip circles here. And going back the other way. Wonderful. So we'll do a little standing balance here before we come back down to the mat with the strap. So shifting the weight over into your right foot, I'll mirror you. And we're going to find a focal point on the floor, something not moving can help us stay steady. And we're going to bend that right knee slightly and lift the left up to cross to the right knee. So flex the left foot, and we're going to sit down a little deeper and maybe bring your hands to your heart here. Little figure four balance stretch here. And if you'd like, you can hinge forward, touching down to the floor and lengthening through the right leg. And then we're going to come out of it, bending back into the knee and coming up. And then releasing arms and leg together. Shake it out. And we'll do the other side, grounding down through the left. Bending into the left knee, right foot, the left leg, flexing the right foot, sinking down, bringing the hands to the heart, lengthening through the spine. Nice piriformis stretch here. And if you'd like, you can hinge forward, lengthening the left leg. And bending back into the knee, coming up. And releasing, hands and leg together. Shake it out. Beautiful. So we'll move the blanket out of the way and come down onto the mat with the strap with us. And we're going to loop the strap around the ball of the right foot, extending it up towards the sky. And if it's comfortable for you to extend the left leg all the way out, you can do that. If not, feel free to keep your foot on the floor. Whatever legs are extended, we're going to flex those feet back towards the head. And very gently and slowly inviting the right toes towards the forehead. Deep breaths here. And imagining and feeling the right hip sinking down to the earth while the sole of the right foot reaches up towards the sky. And taking an inhale here, bringing the straps into the right hand. As you exhale, open the leg out to the right, keeping the left hip grounded down. You might bring your left hand to the top of that hip to remind yourself to engage internally to keep that left hip down. It's not popping up off the mat. And we're still inviting the toes, right toes up towards the head. Deep breaths here. And with your next inhale, bring the leg back up. Switch the straps into the left hand and guide the leg all the way over to the left. The left leg can just relax at this point. And we're still inviting the toes up towards the head. Stretching right arm out to the right. You can look out over it if that's comfortable. And think about pressing the right hip down towards the bottom of the mat just to get some more elongation through the right side body. And let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. With your next inhale, unwind, back to center. We'll switch legs. So the strap goes around the ball of the left foot. Realigning the spine, stretching right leg out if that's comfortable for you, flexing both the feet, and inviting the left toes towards the forehead. Think about pressing down through the left hip and extending up through the sole of the left foot, creating space in the leg. Inviting the toes to kiss your forehead. Maybe they'll come one day to do that. And if the straps are not yet in the left hand, you can move them over. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, drop the leg over to the left, pressing the right hip down, really engaging internally. I'm not really doing much except bringing attention with my hand. But if I don't engage internally, then my hip rolls up. Let's see if you can really engage here. Strong base for that extension in the other side. And then still inviting the toes up towards the head. One more breath here. And then inhale. Bringing the leg up, switching the straps over into the right hand and guide over to the right, stretching the left arm out. Looking out over to the left, letting the right leg relax. Left toes still inviting up towards the head. Softening into this twist. And let's take 2 letting go breaths. Your next inhale, unwind. Back to center, releasing the strap. Set it to the side. Realign your spine. Then hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side here. And then letting your knees come away from each other, reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet or the ankles for happy baby pose. Off here. If there's any final poses you would like to find before coming to Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stretching out long on your back. Setting yourself up well, perhaps a blanket under your head or your knees. Or I like to just put the folded blanket across my pelvis. This is a little grounding weight there. Sliding the shoulders down the back. And letting the body soften into this moment. Into the changing of the light and the bird song. Into the blessings and the lessons of July. Back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor, and come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. Sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words from Morgan Harper Nichols to wash over you. This is called A Letter to the Blackbird. A letter to the blackbird. I heard July is the end of singing season for you, for your song is only heard only for a few short months each year, and then time folds into quiet, as if your part in the story is over. Once the season shifts and the world carries on. Some would say a song ends when it goes quiet, that presence slips away when the sound is gone. But over and over again, dear blackbird, even when August comes, I have come to find you're still here. In all you've already sung, in everything that changed, because you were singing through the weight of your trying left on the backs of leaves, the tremble held in your breath, found in the pause in the rain, the short paths you flew, still traceable around the porch. You have mattered more than you know. And even as July ends, and even though the fullness of your beingness has not always been recognized, this song that is your life travels much further than you realize. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. And may we recognize the resonance still with us from what has already happened, the people, the places, the experiences, the animals, the sounds, the sights, the smells. We carry them with us more than they will ever realize. I thank you for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.